So for the longest, I've been telling you guys on my channel that Jimmy Butler is the weirdest star there is because he's a star that sometimes play like an all-star. Then the next game, he can possibly play like a role player. So once again, he's a star that can play like a superstar or play like a role player, and it pisses you off because once we see you can be a superstar and you can go off for 30, 40, 50 points, and the next game you shoot the ball 6 times and get us 14, it's like, it's weird. So I've seen this by Stephen A, and I'm going to react to it, and I want to know what's y'all thoughts because I'm assuming he's about to say the same thing I've been saying for years. So shout out to Mr. Stephen A, and let's go ahead and watch it.
I know that Jimmy Butler can ball. I know that he's a star, but there's levels to this, okay? And when we think, a lot of times we've talked about Jimmy Butler, and we've talked about him in such glowing terms that you almost...
I'm going to probably play it like this because I don't want a copyright strike from First Take. Thank you.
Like you're talking about him in the same breath as the LeBron James, as the Kevin Durant's of the world. Hell, like even the Devin Bookers of the world. No, he's not those guys. He's not those guys. J.J. Redick came on the air last week and pointed out how Jimmy Butler's success offensively in large part is predicated on his ability to get to the free throw line. Well, you know what you need to do to get to the free throw line? Officials who will allow you to get to the free throw line. That's what you need. Well, guess what? Superstars. I said superstars, not stars. Superstars don't depend on officials. Superstars don't have to. They're going to get the ball in the bucket no matter what. And when you talk about those stars that I've mentioned, the Steph Currys, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's of the world, even to a lesser degree of Devin Booker of the world, when you talk about preeminent stars in this game, that's not what you need in order to get points. You don't need that level of help. And so we have to sit up there while praising Jimmy Butler, recognizing the star that he is, the Rough Rider, what he has done to achieve to get to the point that he is.
Look at J. Will face and old girl face.
There's no question about the fact that he is a star, but I am saying to you, let's not act like I'm speaking out of pocket here. When I talk about the elite dudes offensively in the game of basketball, okay, Jimmy Butler is not a name that comes to mind. That is a fact. Let's not act like I'm out of pocket by saying that. I'm not. And I don't care that Kevin Durant has been sent home, which is absolutely true. We've seen what Kevin Durant has done on a night-in, night-out basis throughout his career. A career 27-point-per-game scorer. One of the most efficient offensive superstars this game has ever seen. We know what LeBron James has done. We know that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God has ever created. We've seen it. Jimmy Butler is a star.
Mile high, Steve.
Stephen is correct. I actually agree with him. If you look, let me do this before my battery die. Got to charge it up. You look at his first series. He against Milwaukee, he played as a superstar. 35 points, 25, 30, 56, and 42. First game, 35 and 11 assists. He played like a superstar. So everybody started to have superstar expectations. This series, he played like an all-star, a star. 25 points, 28, 27, 19, 24. This all-star. Against Boston, he played like a superstar, all-star, role player. Superstar, role player. All-star, all-star. And you come to this series, role player, all-star, role player. Because you got to think some of these games, they need him to be a star and need him to ball out. So I agree with it. I agree. What's your thoughts in the comments? Is Jimmy Butler a superstar? Yes, no, and why?